Hello friends, my name is Saurabh Ganguly and today I am going to discuss about decision control of C language. Here we will briefly discuss about if-else statement and switch case statement. Please visit my YouTube channel. This is the index. Throughout this tutorial we will discuss about if-else statement, different type of if-else statement. Then we will see an example with code block. Then we will discuss that else if statement. Then we will see an example of else if statement. Then we will discuss about switch case statement, and we will discuss and see an example of switch case statement. Now come to the first point, that is if-else statement. What is if-else statement? If-else statement is a special kind of statement which helps user to take a decision on the basis of this condition. If this condition is true, then this portion will execute. If this condition is false, then this portion will execute. The next portion is under the else statement. That means if this condition is true, the if section will execute, and if this condition is false, then the else section will execute. Now take an example that if the first number is 3 and second number is 2, then this condition is true. That means 3 greater than 2. That means this whole condition is true. So we will get an output that is high. And in the next case, the first number is 2 and second number is 3. So 2 greater than 3, this condition is false. So the else section will execute. Now let's see an example. At first go to code block. Then create a new project. Go to console application. Go. Next. Choose C. Next. Type a project title, that is NO2. That means we will check which number is higher. Choose the location. Okay. Then press next. Then finish. Now write your program here. Now see this section. This is your if else section. At first, this program will take two values from the user and store it into A and B. If the value of A is higher than B, then you will get the output high. If the value is less than B, that means this condition becomes false, then you will get the output hello. Now compile this program. Yes, you did not get any error message and warning. That means your program is ready and correct. Now press run. Enter two numbers. What is our condition? Our condition is A greater than B. That means first number is higher than the second number. That means 3 is higher than 2. Now press enter. Yes, you get the output that is high. That means this section is executed. Now run this program again. This time the first number is less than second number. That means 2 is less than 3. Now press enter. Yes, you get hello. That means A greater than B. This condition, that means the first condition, the first number is higher than B. This condition becomes false. So this section is executed. Now you understand this program. Now come to the next section. Here we will discuss that different types of if-else statement. Sometimes we call this as nested if-else statement. Suppose this if statement has a condition. If this condition becomes true, then this section will execute. If this section is false, then the cursor directly come here. Here we did not use any else section. That means no work will done against this false. In the next case, if this condition becomes true, then this first section will execute. If this condition becomes false, then this else portion will execute. Here, if the first condition becomes true, then the cursor directly comes into the next if statement. If this statement becomes true, then this task will execute. If this section becomes false, then this next section will execute. That means this else is directly associated with this if. If this condition is true, then this section will execute. If this condition is false, then this else will execute. And if the first condition is become false, then this section will execute. That means this else is directly associated with this if section. Here, if the first condition is true, then this task will execute. If the first condition is false, then this section will execute. That means this section is under this else, and this else is directly associated with this if. If this section, this condition become true, then this task will execute. If this condition become false, then this task will execute. Now let's check an example. Suppose we want to check three numbers. Now come here, compile this program. Yes, you did not get any error, any warning. That means here we will take three numbers as the input, A, B, C, and we will check that if A greater than B and then A greater than C, then we will decide that A is big number. Now run this program. Yes, you did not get any output. Why? Because A is not the highest number. So this section become false and the cursor directly come here in here. So you will not get any output because no else section is present here. Now put a else section here. Now compile this program and run this program. Put the same output input. Yes, here you get the hello. That means this if section become false. So the cursor directly come here, this else section, and you get the output that's hello. That means this else section is directly associated with this if section. Now run this program again. Now see the input that here A is greater than B. This condition is not true. A greater than C. This condition A greater than B. This condition is true. That means the cursor directly come here. But A greater than C. This condition is not true. So you did not get any error message or any output because no else is present here. Write else here. Now build and run. Yes, you get high. That means this condition become true, but this condition become false. So cursor directly throw here and you get high. Now run this program again. And put a proper message or proper input, that is yes, you get A is big. That means this condition is true and this condition is true. So you get this output. So here we directly understand that this if is directly associated with this else statement and this if is associated with this else statement. This section is called the nested if else section. We see the example of this, and we will see now this. That means if A greater than B, then you will not get anything. But if this condition become false, then this if section will execute, and if the value of A is greater than C, then you will get this message that A is big. And if this section is also false, then you will get this message that's high. Now run this. Yes. Put the input 3, 4, 5. Run this. Yes, you get high. That means this condition become false, and the cursor directly come here. This condition also false. That means cursor come here, and you get this high. Now go to the next section. If we want to decide that which number is the highest number among three numbers, then this is the program. That means number 1 1, number 2 2, and number 3 is 3. If number 1 is greater than number 2, then we check that number 1 is greater than number 3 or not. If yes, then number 1 is the highest. If no, that means number 1 is greater than number 2, but number 1 is not greater than number 3, then the number 3 is the highest number. And if the number 1 greater than number 2, this section is false, then the else section will execute, and here we will check that number 2 is greater than number 3 or not. If this condition is true, then we can directly write that number 2 is the highest, else number 3 is the highest. We can replace these things with this AND operation. This is called logical AND operation. That means if number 1 greater than number 2 and number 1 greater than number 3, these both section must return the value true. That means if this section is true and this section is true, then you will get this output that number 1 is the highest number. Now check this. Name int ABC, enter three numbers A, B and C. Now if A greater than B and A greater than C, these both conditions become true, then you will get this output that A is big. Let's compile and run it. Put 5, 4, 3 and you will get A is big. Run it again. This time put A greater than B, but A greater than B and A greater than C. A greater than B, this condition become false, and A greater than C, this condition become true. That means the first condition become false and second condition become true. Now run this program. You will not get any input because the cursor will not come here. Now run it again. Now A greater than B, this condition become true, A greater than B, and A greater than C, this condition become false, A greater than C, this condition become false. Run this program, you will not get any output. Now run this program again. Now put this input that A greater than B and A greater than C is both condition. These both condition become true, and we will get A is big. So if you want to check among three numbers, then just write this program. Compile and run. Put a input that 4, 5, 4. Yes, the B is the big number. That's mean our program is correct. That means at first the cursor will directly come here, check this both condition. If this both condition is true, then it will get this output. If any one of the condition is false, then cursor come here and check these both condition. If these both condition become true, you will get this output. If any one of the condition is false, then the cursor will directly come here. Now the cursor will check these two condition. If these two condition become true, then the cursor will come here. And if any one of the condition is false, then you will not get any output. Now run this program and give an input 4, 4, 4. You will not get any input, any output, because this condition is not handled. Now write this. If A and B and C are equal, then you will get this output. This double equal means that we are checking the right hand side value and the left hand side value. That means here A equal to B means we are checking the value of A with the value of B. If we write A equal to B, suppose I write A equal to B, that means we are assigning the value of B into the A. Compile this, run this. 4, 4, 4. Yes, you get high. Now, I think you understand the whole program. If these two conditions become true, then this. If these two conditions become true, then this. Then, if these two conditions is true, then this. If any one of the condition is false, then you will not get this output. Cursor come here. If any condition is false, cursor come here. And if any condition is false, the cursor come here. Now go to the next section. This is called the if-else ladder. Till now we see that we did not put any condition against else statement. Here we are putting a condition against else statement with the help of if statement. That means if this condition is false, then the cursor will directly come here, this else section, and this condition will check. If this condition is become false, then the cursor will directly come here in this else section. If this condition is true, cursor will come here, and if false, then only this if section will be executed. Now let's check. here this if is directly associated with this else, this is if with associated with this else section, and this if with this else section, and this if has no else section. Now put a else section here. This else section is actually optional. Now run this program. Yes, you get high. Now to understand this program better, delete this section and run it. Okay. Now put this. Yes, you get C is big. Now understand this program better. You delete another portion. That means if the value of C is big, then you will get this error. Now run it. Yes, you get the error message. That means here the first condition and the second condition will check. If any one become false, this else section will execute. If any one of this is false, then this else portion will execute and you get this error message. Now here we check among two numbers. If number 1 is 1 and number 2 is 2, if this section become true, then this section will execute. If this section is false, then this section will check. If this is true, then this section will execute. If this is false, then you get this error message. Now come here. Our next topic is the switch case statement. The switch case statement is actually the if statement. Here, this switch and this case is actually two keywords. Case contain a number, that is case 1, case 2 and case 3 or case default or case 4, etc. This is the scope of the switch. That means this braces is actually the scope of the switch. Case 1, 2 and default is under this switch statement. If the number is 1 here, then the case 1 will execute. If the number is 2, then this case 2 will execute. If we add case 3 here, then if the number is 3, then the case 3 will execute. If the compiler did not get the desired number, then the default section will execute. Now let's check. Now here we will take one number from the user, that is the case number. If now we put this number here A, that means suppose the value is 1, then this section will execute. If 2, then this section will execute. If 3, then this section will execute, or any number 4, 5, 6, this section will execute. Now run this. Yes, number 1, enter, you get high. Okay, now run this program again and put any number, suppose 111, you get an error message. Run this program again, write another number, suppose 5, you get an error message. That's mean except 1 and 2 you will not get any output. If you want to add a case here, then just add here. Run it. If you put number 3 here, then you will get hi hello. That's mean this case will execute. That's mean this number will directly control which case will execute. Okay, come here. If the number 1 is 1, it is 1, this case 1 will execute. If this is 2, then case 2 will execute. If any number, that means 3, 4, 5 or any number, any positive integer, then this default section will execute. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Please visit my YouTube channel and subscribe for other tutorials.